Hey Tubes, Jonathan was wrong here. Truth in the budget. Finally got a day off. For like 6 days, six straight days. Oh, they wanted me to come in today, but luckily, like while I was thinking, of, like call me, woke me up. Excuse me. I was thinking about it, and then he was like, oh, derp, and I gotta go. Click. So while I was laying there thinking about it, still in bed, I fell back asleep. So the problem sort of like fixed itself. Tell you what, man, if I'm mulling something over, and you're like, just make a decision, that's the quickest way for me to just say no. Because if I'm on the fence, that already means I kind of don't want to. I mean, I'm a pretty straightforward, like I'm pretty obvious with what I want. So generally, if I'm like, I'm not sure if I want something, it means I don't really want to do it, but I'm like, trying to weigh the options of why I should, or psych myself up to do so. So if someone's just like, oh, just derp, and that's exactly what I did. I was like, all right, okay, whatever, I'll get back to you, and I just fell asleep. Anyway, what the heck am I talking about? So, it's the same crap, new day. I'm getting, I don't really like, as crazy as it might sound, I don't like making videos about nothing. Though some would say the vast portion of my library are videos of that ilk exactly. I generally like to have something to talk about in mind when I come on here. And it's just like, alright, so I was watching a video the other day by someone who makes good videos, and they were, doing one of those, kind of like, expose type deals where they're like, look at this person showing their colors. But at this stage in the game, I really think that there's no need for that anymore. Everything's pretty out in the open. We don't need to be like, oh, they're using some symbology to show their allegiance, blah blah blah. There's no need for that anymore. They're just showing their colors. They're being pretty obvious with who they're aligned with. Even when you're talking to the normies and stuff, you can still be like, well, that whole thing was weird, huh? And they'll be like, yeah, it was weird. I mean, it won't go any further than that. But even the normies are noticing that things are weird, and things are kind of they're being kind of weird with the whole satanic stuff. My whole argument, which is a quick and easy one, is if Satan isn't real, then why do so many of the social elites and stuff pay homage to him? Satan's fake, then why are so many people like having parties for him? Like, it just doesn't make sense. There's plenty of fake, there's plenty of fake cultural icons less offensive than the devil that you can form parties around, for sure. Definitely. So I don't know. I mean, just like a lot of things are kind of dumb to me most of the time, usually. Like, people don't want to accept physics or like reality. They'd rather have someone dictate information to them. It's safer that way. It's easier that way. Like a lot of the mindsets make sense to me. I mean, like, I understand where people are coming from most of the time. I try to understand where people are coming from, not for any other reason that I just do. Like, I just want to try to understand where people are coming from. This person's gas thing's wide open. Part of me's tempted to throw my car in park and close it for them. Unfortunately, we also live in the day and age where like someone like, oh, you did something to my car, or like, what did that weirdo put in my car? It's a quick light too. I hate how I feel bad and weird about stuff like that. You know, I guess I should. You know, people should care. But you know, like this is the same town where people will jump out onto a crosswalk when you're going 30 and scream at you for not, like, you know, jamming on your brakes and like potentially hurting everybody. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. I understand, you know, you want to cross the street, you're at a crosswalk, sure. If you're not visible, the crosswalk might as well not even be there. You know, I can't tell you're standing there if you're behind a van, you know, and then don't pop out, then like yell at me because, well, excuse me, hi, 2 lanes, because, you know, I need to get to where there's no people. I hate driving around people so hard. People are self-centered and they're stupid and they get mean. Like that woman just tried to drift into the right lane without any blinker on. I was there. I kept driving. I didn't, like, you know, move out of her way or stop or, you know, like whatever she was possibly expecting for me to do. And she threw me a look. Like it's my fault that I was driving in this lane. She didn't throw in a blinker, she didn't do anything. She just didn't see me and just started to lazily drift over into the right lane. Now, that's understandable, okay? Is throwing me a dirty look? No. F you. I hate that stuff. I hate the attitude. When someone gives me attitude and I don't deserve it, like there's no reason, I mean, there's no logical reason at all. Like I can't wrap my head around why they would be angry other than the fact that they felt embarrassed, so their reaction is to get angry. It's just very baseline, very low form sentient creature. Very, you know, it's just people nowadays aren't even people. They're not human level. You know, they're not at the consciousness and self-awareness and emotional level that a human being should be. And it's just very frustrating being out amongst it. Like that doesn't get any easier, and driving's just getting worse because people are getting stupider, like exponentially. I don't know how that is possible. I don't know how every time I leave the house, people are dumber. It's in a noticeable, measurable way. It's measurable. Usually these things sneak up on us. It's not sneaking up anymore. Do you remember when things used to sneak up on you? Now it's like every day. It's like, oh, the sky looks effing bad today, like it does every day. It's silvery white everywhere. The sky should not be silvery white everywhere. Does anyone notice? Nope, no one notices. Everyone's just staring into their cell phone. I don't know. I'm trying to think if I did actually have a topic when I decided to make this video. I think just we don't need to run exposés anymore. There's no need to expose what they're up to anymore. They're open about what they're up to, which I think is why a lot of the truther channels have kind of like not really putting much out, because there's nothing to comment on. You know, you can't be like, oh, look at this, you know, let me explain this crazy, you know, music video, when it's just like the music video is like woo, Satan's awesome, woo, woo, red horns, got effing demons everywhere in the music video, woo, you know, like that's not that. It's not, you know, that doesn't really require deciphering, I guess. None of it does really, especially nowadays. But I think that's kind of how a lot of the truth stations that used to be like, you know, exposing things. It's nothing to expose. It's out in the open. It's getting worse and worse. We got a open pedophile running for Congress or something out in the Midwest, openly wants to bang kids, and he's you know, he wants your vote. He wants to have sex with children, and he wants your vote. I don't think that's his platform, but that is his MO. That's just messed up, man. All of it. It's just dark. You know, it's just. You know, they use comedy to, you know, to lighten the blow of things. I don't know. I see what's going on, and I can't stop it, and I can't really wake anyone else up to it. If you can see what you're seeing and not think that there's anything wrong with it, then there's something wrong with you. You know? That's literally how it is. If you could take a step back, look at everything, and be like, yeah, that's fine. You know, we're moving towards a new era, and things are gonna be great. You know, life's only getting better. You know, if you think like that, I don't know what to tell you at all. You're full on delusional. Like you're borderline crazy if you think there's nothing wrong with anything. Because there's plenty wrong with everything. Everywhere. And the quote unquote people in charge don't care to stop any of it. Which is another important red flag. You know, they've been doing all these, you know, global you know, awareness or whatever, you know, summits for the you know, keeping the earth a clean place. Hey, no one talks about Fukushima Daiichi. Still going on, still a thing, still happening. No one talks about it. You know, no one talks about the geoengineering that is clearly happening. You know, so, you know, obviously they don't care about the earth or the environment. You know, get over it. They don't care about us or our lives. Get over it. Like, I don't understand how you think that they could. Like, what do you, I don't, you know, then again, I don't watch the news, so, like, or really any TV. I've had access to a Netflix lately, but there's nothing really on it. I've been watching, like, Mystery Science Theater 3000 and, what else is on there? Some anime. Watching, like, Attack on Titan. Sorry, that's the intro. Hey, I've been watching anime since I was a kid. I'm allowed to watch anime. I just you know, I pick and choose what I watch. You know, like, you know, I love, you know, like Yu Yu Hakusho. Like, I love that show. But then there's other stuff that's just crass, or just, you know, like, you know, naked girls running around, or just, you know, just dark topics. Just, you know, there's a lot of gross, weird anime out there that doesn't really need to be patronized. There's also wonderful, well-written, you know, well-told, with likable characters anime. Speaking of Netflix and anime, they made a live-action version of Death Note. I don't know what anyone knows about anything, but Death Note was one of the better, well-written. Gotta watch it in Japanese. You gotta watch all anime in all anime in Japanese, unless you're like, you know, it's something you've seen 1,000 times. It's on the background, or it's something that has a good English voice cast, such as Yu Yu Hakusho or Fulikuli. Fulikuli has the English voice work was just as important as the Japanese voice work, because that was I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and explain Fulikuli, but anyway, FLCL. Another great anime. It's about growing up in space aliens and baseball and rock and roll. Kind of that order. Anyway, blah blah blah. I don't like how I'm getting close to work. I'm not working. I just don't like it. Anyway, this video was kind of about nothing anyway, so I should probably just cut it here. Kind of rambling. But yeah, what are we to do? There's nothing to expose, and no one cares. It's all self-evident, and no one cares. I don't know. Waiting for the end over here, I guess. Waiting for the end. Love you guys so much. Have a beautiful day, and God bless you.